Alright, what's up guys? Today we got another pomade review in store. I'll go ahead and try to mix things up just because it's getting kind of redundant with review after review. Just moved into the Inland Empire. Biggest mistake, just because it's about 105 degrees essentially every freaking day. So as I settle down, I'll try and produce like different kind of stuff for you guys to watch. But long story short, today we got a review of Dapper Deluxe Pomade. This is something we've taken a look at in the past. I think it's been probably like 5 or 6 years at this point. I made that review in like a dorm room, so definitely a little bit of an upgrade since then. Dude, I remember using like a tiny closet light for that video, so definitely a little bit of an improvement, and hopefully you guys can just kind of see what this product has to offer and how it kind of performs for my type of hair, and see if it's like good for you or not. So we're going to be doing the usual. We're going to be taking a look at the design of the jar or the tin. We got the application process, see how it lasts throughout the day, and then finally my thoughts on it. Today I'm not doing too much. Just gonna be catching the Lakers game later tonight, but other than that, I'm just gonna be around the house editing videos and then just kind of tidying up and just hopefully settle down by the end of this week. But let's go ahead and take a look at the tin. Taking a look at the tin, we see that it comes in a 100 milliliter aluminum kind of colored tin. All this stuff is not really stickered on, so that's kind of neat. Is this stickered on? Nah. Everything's like pretty much printed on, minus the label on the back. We get the ingredients and then the application process of how to use the product. Opening the tin itself, we see that it's going to be a gel pomade, essentially. Very reminiscent of what we had in the past of like Suavecito, Layrite. I mean, it's stuff we have now still. So it'd be interesting to see what has been kind of improved since those days. So let's go ahead and actually, let me see. I'll go ahead and comment that every Dapper Dan product is pretty much the same. Again, most of it is distinguished by color. Not much to like really say. It's been the same design for a good minute now. So Dapper Dan, we know what it is, easily tell what product it is, and other than that, not much to really like complain about. I like the fact that it's all like printed on the can itself or the tin. So let's go ahead and jump into application. So right now my hair has been growing quite a bit. We'll see if a medium hold product will do well. I've tried it out for the last like 2-3 days. It's worked decently well. So we'll go ahead and scoop maybe 2 finger scoops today. We got first one for the bottom layer of the hair, or I guess the top layer, which turns into the bottom layer. So to comment on the scent, we get a very, I can't remember what kind of candy it is, but it's like a citrus, almost like melony kind of scent. I think on their website it's listed as like vanilla and citrus. Let me see, it doesn't really say in the actual ingredients themselves. It just says parfum or fragrance, so can't pinpoint exactly what it is. I didn't taste it, it just hit my nose. So let's go ahead and do the second portion. Yeah, the scent's just reminding me of candy at this point. It's a very sweet, citrusy, kind of soft scent. More leaning towards the synthetic side and not necessarily like the essential oils that we get from like O'Dowd's or Shoe Revival. This kind of leans towards like the scents we get from Lay Right, Suavecito, and all that good stuff. Off the bat, we see that it's a fairly slick product. Things are being held down. Essentially a very medium hold. No surprises there, but let me see, where's my comb? All right, right off the bat, we see that it's essentially a solid medium hold. Things do feel loose in my hair. Combing it, super easy. I would highly recommend applying this to like pretty much dry hair, just because if you do have water in your hair, things will easily break down, unless of course you're using a blow dryer, which we won't be today. I was debating if I wanted to or not. I'm gonna lean towards no, just because right now it is like super hot outside, so I figured the product could dry pretty fast. But if you guys wanted to expedite the process, go ahead and use a blow dryer to like really solidify your styling. So right now we get a good solid medium shine. Combing it, it's gonna take a minute to settle in. Right now there is still a good amount of water, so things won't be like really responsive. It's still fairly moldable. So you guys see pretty fine comb lines. It's a slick water base, but right now the medium hold is definitely working against me, just because the waves do go crazy on this side. It's going to be quite a bit of a challenge to put things in place. We might have to settle it there. Nope, we're not settling it there. We're going to keep trying. Cool. So right now it is starting to harden up a little. Not crustified, but it's just like providing a little bit more hold, just because the water is like essentially evaporating. All right, I think I'm gonna call it right there. A little bit of a struggle, but we would expect that for products that are on the medium hold kind of scale. It doesn't work too well for my type of hair. Right now my hair is a lot longer, meaning there's a lot more weight that needs to be held up. With a medium hold product, that's not gonna suffice, but we still get a good amount of styling capabilities. Would definitely recommend this for people who have like medium to short kind of hair. Obviously, if you're going for more of like a super slick look, that's possible. I was trying to get a lot more volume out of this, just wasn't really there. And I feel like at this point, the product has kind of dried up to a point where if I do want to keep styling it, I should apply more product. Otherwise, it's gonna kind of not fizzle out, but you're gonna get more strays once you kind of destroy the product, I guess. We see that it's a fairly slick water-based gel pomade. Good amount of volume if my hair wasn't as crazy heavy and wavy, but things are being held up pretty nicely. This side is giving me a lot of trouble just because it's not long enough, but at the same time it's just falling down. I think I'm just gonna have to live with what we got right here, because if I keep messing with it, I feel like things are gonna kind of just die off. But let's go ahead and get throughout the day. Let's see how this kind of lasts. As I mentioned, just pretty much around the house, so be a decent stress test on the pomade itself, but we'll go ahead and catch you guys later. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. What we have now is essentially about 6 hours from when I left. Things have shifted, things have loosened up. There are a good amount of strays. Definitely all expected from essentially most gel pomades I've tried. for some like reason, it doesn't really work well for my type of hair. The weight of it and just the waves break things apart pretty easily. As for an example, especially this side, earlier we saw that it was held up pretty well, but over time the weight just kind of drags everything down. On the website it does say that things can be restyled with a wet comb, so we're gonna go ahead and try that, and that's what I got right here. So I'm not gonna try and add too much water just because I feel like at that point I'm gonna be washing away the product. So light mist, shake off excess. We'll see what we can do. So at this point it's not like a crispy, like rock hard solid dryness. There is some like crispiness to it, but not to the point of where if you're gonna recomb it, it's basically gonna destroy everything. Right now we see that things are slowly being reactivated with just a little bit of water. So that's pretty cool that you can restyle it throughout the day. I would say probably be around like 85 to 90% in terms of performance, but just from the looks of it, it looks actually pretty nice. So we can check off that it is restylable, which is very rare for these gel pomades. I guess with the newer not ingredients, but just the newer, not models, just the newer pomades that are very similar in characteristics, we see that it can be reactivated with water. So kind of interesting. See if it's definitely washable with a lot of water. So there's a fine line between using just a very little amount and then crossing that line and washing everything out of your hair. So be careful. Shine is, I say it turns into a very low shine once it's kind of dried out, but the shine is still kind of there. It's almost like a matte shine at this point. That's pretty much it. The scent is gone. Rinsability, super easy. One shampoo and you're good to go. Dude, there's so many mosquitoes out here. But all right, let's go ahead and call it a night. Peace out, guys.